Hey guys, Olivia and I are out here at Dinosaur Valley State Park. We're on a celebration hike today, and we are celebrating that our kids have gone back to school. Today is the first day of school, and so we decided to get out here, see if we can do some trails with longer than a mile or two. That's about all our kids will put up with before they start complaining. So we're on our way down to the river right now, and gonna hike across, and really not sure exactly where we're headed, but we'll figure it out whenever we get across there. So we're right here at the end of August, and you can tell the Paluxy River is really dry. So normally, if you've seen any of my other videos from out here, this is where the river is, and then you kind of rock hop your way across. There's just one little trail of rocks sticking up out of the water, but as you can tell right now, you can pretty much walk straight across. It looks like the stream gets down really small right there in the middle, and then that's all that's left right there on the other side. So really dry this time of year. Pretty breezy down here in the riverbed. Feels really good. It's gonna be hot today, right up around 100 degrees, and with the humidity, it's supposed to be like heat index of like 110 or something like that. We actually did get some rain over the last day or so, but not enough to really do anything. The park actually warns for swimming in stagnant pools, which should be pretty much a no-brainer, but I guess they feel like they need to mention it. Sometimes little pools will get separated from the rest of the river when it's down this far, and they have a vicious brain-eating amoeba, and it'll get you. So don't swim in the stagnant pools, only in the flowing water. And there's some deeper spots upriver, but right here it's not deep at all. Here we are crossing the river. Tough one this time of year. So I think we decided first trail we're gonna do is the Black Capped Vireo, how would you say it? Vireo, something. Anyway, that's the first trail we're gonna do out here. It's the green trail, about 2 miles long, and I think the other end of that connects in with the Cedar Breaks Outer Loop trail, and not sure where we're going after that, but eventually we're gonna stop at one of these primitive sites and set up some hammocks and hang out, because they have these sites closed for overnight camping. So I know they'll be open for us to hang out at. So this is Denio Creek, or the Denio Creek bed, where it'd normally be at. Bone dry. Like I said, been really dry this summer. And we're actually up like over 10 inches of rain for where we should be at this time of year, I think. But it's hadn't rained in a while, which is normally how Texas summers go. Made it over here by Wildcat Hollow. Sometimes whenever there's a little bit of water flowing, it'll come right here to this ledge and then drip over, flow over if there's enough water, but it's pretty good ways down there. So it's kind of impressive if there's actually water flowing off of it, but kind of cool little area right off this green trail, and you can go down there and hang out too. But we've noticed that while the shade is nice, being where it's more open, you get way more breeze. And on a day like today, when you're soaked in sweat, that's almost just as good as the shade. Looks like a purple pineapple. So we're now on the Cedar Breaks Outer Loop. And this is one reason why I don't really care for this trail like if you did the entire loop. If you do the side, the other side, like over by where campsite number 7 is at, that's not so bad. It's more like all the rest of the trails, but once you get over on this side of the trail, over by like the main overlook and stuff, it becomes a lot more like a single track road, and I don't know, it's really exposed, and it's not like any of the other trails out here. So it's not my favorite trail, but there's a lot of cool stuff it can connect to, which is why we're on it right now. That's kind of pretty for a big weed anyway. It was about 10:45, and we found this little rock seat to sit on under this tree, catch some shade. It's starting to get pretty hot outside, and on the Cedar Break Outer Loop out in the sun, it's starting to feel it. Luckily, we can feel a little bit of breeze now, which is nice. We're about a mile away from the campsite we're going to stop at to eat lunch and just hang out and take a break. So we're pretty excited about getting there and hanging out and hopefully cooling off a little bit. This is Denio Creek. We're on the Denio Creek Trail now. And this little pool right here, as far as I know, is the deepest part of Denio Creek. So I would imagine if it's bone dry, the rest of the creek's dry. So we made it to campsite number 3, just hanging out here, having lunch. Brought our hammocks out. That's the War Bonnet Eldorado over there. And then I have a War Bonnet Ridge Runner. We're matching, so cute. For lunch, Olivia made us some sandwiches and chips that we brought in with us. She was joking that we probably could have made naturally grilled cheese, just putting cheese in some bread and it'd been hot enough to melt it. Anyway, we're just gonna hang out here, hopefully mostly in the shade, and try to stay cool, have some lunch. Well, it is definitely super hot. That hammock break didn't cool us off at all. The lunch was good. And now we got about a mile and a quarter back to the car. We're gonna take the Denio Creek Trail on the way back, so probably quite a bit of sun, but hopefully we're still getting quite a bit of breeze. We made it back to the river, heading back across. It feels really breezy down here. Feels way better. Now if the sun would just go behind some clouds, that'd be awesome. So we made it back over to the parking lot. And the reason you don't see our car is, for some reason this one particular parking lot is closed because of all the COVID stuff. Not real sure the reasoning on that, because the the campground is open and you can camp here. You drive right past this to go camping. Every other parking lot in the park is open. You can park there, and this really doesn't make any sense, which is kind of how I feel about a lot of the rules that different places have come up with. And I understand that certain businesses and things need to come up with different rules to either show that they care or show that they act like they care. But this one really is a head scratcher. Really not sure why this one parking lot in the whole park is closed. Anyway, so we're gonna head through the campsites and back over by the park stores where we parked at. Well guys, we made it back. I did almost 6 miles round trip back over here by the park store. Really hot. Definitely still a little out of shape, but it was still a good time. Glad to get out here, and as much as we love them, spend a little time without the boys. So we're gonna head back to pick them up from first day of school, see how it went, and hopefully it was all good. We had a great day, and thanks for following along. See you next time.